Axis Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Axis Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Male celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real
that
extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like.
What we got coming up? Those shops is upstairs, but we down here by also, man. This nigga got hit the wall off the set. We leave that up to Vito.
They gon' wonder how we still here, still on top. We used to build here, top 5 punching the clock. Running the field here, it feels weird coming around. After they hate it, but now we run the town till we stuck in a wheelchair. We all share visions of hope and tell stories with dreams. You get the mixing like we giving you dope. Now we in position weekly, all access. X-Tremitiez, ENT playing on our axis. Politics, top 40, building community from the X. Applying that pressure, promoting unity. Royalty, education, love and support. Dope music, enough to feed souls, food for thought. This type of loyalty cannot be brought from a city where being real just cannot be taught. Listen in and you just might learn with Mr. You already know. Welcome to the return.
Baby, it's an unbelievable vibe. You're an alluring love and fragrance. Gets me every time I look at you. Oh, yes, I do. I see you looking too. I see you looking too. It's time to do all the special things that only we do. Doing what we do, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Yeah, I'm missing you, doing what we do, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. The time we spend together is true bliss. There's nothing like the passion of your soft kiss. Yeah, my love, you got me feeling you. Deep inside my mind, impacting my altitude. Yeah, I'm missing you, doing what we do, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Missing you, doing what we do. Oh yeah, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you, baby. Doing what we do. Oh yeah, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. All the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you, doing what we do. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Girl, when I see you, I'm gonna explore. And I'm gonna feed till I want no more. Gonna show you all the love I've been holding inside. Only expressing just how much I see you. I'm missing you. And the things we do, baby. Feels like it's gonna be forever. Missing you, I'm missing you. Doing what we do, wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you. Doing and all the things we do. All the things we do. Girl, I'm gonna love all you, yeah. Doing what we do. Better believe I am. We could do all the things we love to do. Things that we love to do. Doing what we do. Do everything that we do.
When I realize that I got it's genetics, you can see in my mind it's so messy. Cause this life that we live is so hectic. That's why I'm with you. I got issues, y'all got problems. Why you listen? You can't solve them. So I got issues, that ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I've been trying hard not to go back to the old me. They think that they know me, but really, man, they don't know me. They say they're the homies, but really, man, they be phony. So lonely getting to the top, I wish they would've told me. Had some ups and downs, but we don't know where the road leads. I've been lost and found, the devil, he couldn't know me. Blessings, certain lessons, just realizing he chose me. These meds gon' make me oldie, they trying to take control of me. When I realize that I got it's genetics, you can see in my mind it's so messy. Cause this life that we live gets so hectic. That's why I'm with you, yeah. I got issues, y'all got problems. Why you listen? You can't solve them. So I got issues, that ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I got issues, y'all got problems. Why you listen? You can't solve them. So I got issues, my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. Asking all these questions, what you need from me. Now I'm out here stressing what they think of me. Cause really I don't know if you're misleading me. All I do is tell the truth, you ain't believing me. Believing me, teasing me, I don't even know what to think for me. I'm just sitting there peacefully. I got places I can be, but I'm right here with you. Letting you into my mind to see. Minding my business I could be. Finally I've been finding me. Mess of my life. Can't live with regrets. No. Can't do all this twice. Can't ruin my rep. God is my witness. I get my vengeance. Even though I'm against, I'ma still pay attention. And there I got issues. Y'all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. So I got issues. That ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I got issues. Y'all got problems. Y'all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. So I got issues. My problem. Damn, it's been a long day. Go hard. Ooh, it's there. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
maple leaves woven through her hair, sweet like honeybees. She don't really care. Daughter of the sun, sister to the wind, descendant of the sea, little sesame, my little sesame. Don't you cry, the river needs the salt in your eye, my little sesame. I'm coming home. This falling sun can't burn you no more. Breathing in and out the waves of yesterday. Angel of the stars, she carried the moon away. Highest in the hills, she tells the rain to pour. Whispers in the wind, what are you asking for? Born into a flame, a golden oil's kiss, ember silhouette, her presence you want me, my little sesame. Don't you cry, the river needs the salt in your eye, my little sesame. I'm coming home. The swollen side can't burn you no more, no more that I can do. Don't you cry, the river needs the salt in your eye, my little sesame. I'm coming home. The swollen side.
You're my vitamin C, daily dose of you. Got my heart immune to no one else but you. You're my vitamin C, a daily dose of you. Got my heart immune to no one else but you. No one else can compete. Your sweetness is my weakness. Pure cane sugar, but smooth brother. You just do it for me. All of it, I love it all. From your head to your heel. My sweetness. All of it, I love it all. From your head to your heel. My sweetness. My sweetness. Just as sweet as can be. Treat me like a queen, I can't help but think this could be the real thing for me. Your sweetness is my weakness. So much flavor, bonafide lover. You give all that I need. All of it, I love it all. From your head to your heel. You love me such a king, babe. My sweetness. Oh, I love it all. From your head to your heel. You love me so sweet, my sweetness. You make me embrace life in whatever form. You make me see bright sides to every storm. You make everything sweet in a world can't compete. My sweetness, my sweetness, my sweetness, my sweetness.
Like you before. Oh God, you're the flyest, finest person I know. I've got to lay all my cards on the table for you. I ain't never believed in a love like this. Now baby, I do. I wanna see you under that veil. Baby, I do. I wanna put a beautiful life and spend it with you. Under the bed, we both say yeah. All I ever need is you. I wanna see you under that veil. I wanna see you under that veil. Off top, I ain't even know I was ready for love. Heart dropped very second that you walked in that door. Thank God for this good thing that I find in myself. I got what I need, my life's complete. I don't want no one else. I wanna see you under that veil, that veil. Baby, I do. Beautiful life with you and spend it with you. Oh yeah, we both say yeah, yeah. All I ever need is you. I wanna see you under that veil. 'Cause I just wanna kiss on your baby hair as you lay on my chest. I'm talking about life in the middle of the night. Ooh, that's the best. Take trips, make memories. Disrespect balconies with you. Give you baby hair kisses. Baby hair kisses. If that's cool. Yeah, that feel. Baby, I do. Baby, I do. Spend it with you, girl. Yeah. All I ever need, baby. I wanna see you, baby. I wanna see you. I do.
Yeah. Two-step for the steppers. Two-step for the steppers. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah. There's something about the way you are that really drives me crazy, baby. You're a star, my diamond girl, my Lucy Pearl. Your good love got me tripping for you every day, girl. All I want is your love, baby. Come on, get a little closer. Let me hold you in my arms, girl. Lay here a while, baby, get cozy. Come and get closer, get a little toasty inside of this warm embrace, girl. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl. That's all I need. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is all I need, girl. my ride or die, apple of my eye. You know when I'm with you, girl, your love is never too much. All I want is your love, baby, come on, get a little closer. Let me hold you in my arms, girl. Lay here a while, baby, get cozy. Come and get closer, get a little toasty. Let me make love to you, girl. I want you all night long. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl. That's all I need. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is all I need. Break it down. Just a little bit. Just that I love you, girl. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl. That's all I need. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is all I need, girl. Two-step for the steppers. Yeah. Just a little bit.
Sitting here, oh yeah, thinking about all our early years. Sometimes I had my doubts, but they were laced with fears. But then I opened my heart to you. Said there's one thing I'll never do. Never gonna walk away. We've had tears, but we never gave up on love. Painful years, but we never gave up on us. I'm so glad that we never gave up on love. Love, 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 love is enough. Looking from the other side, I can see my wrongs. I wish that I could make them disappear with the touch of a magic wand. But you opened your heart to me, said that we'd forever be. We can never walk away. We've had tears, but we never gave up on love. Painful years, but we never gave up on us. I'm so glad that we never gave up on love. Love, love, oh, love is enough.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. I'm your host, DAYVON Franklin. Jose Rivera will be with us quite shortly. We're about to get into our music segment this afternoon. I hope everybody had a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Got, continued blessings to everybody. First track we're going to get into is a song by a lady by the name of Kiara. The song is called Sugar Honey Lemon Iced Tea, and it's already number 25 on the official Indies chart. So we're going to get into this record. This is Sugar Honey Lemon Iced Tea by Kiara on Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Ready for a lifetime, my time, but he wasn't feeling nothing for me. I knew it when I held him, felt him. Something wasn't quite right. I must have had it on his soul, also. Cause the next thing you know, he says, maybe we should go somewhere else. So, where we can talk about the way we get down. Somebody to come and love me. Said I just know, said I just know that he's waiting for me. Said I just know, said I just know that she's waiting for me. Trade out my money to finally find somebody to come and be my sugar honey lemon iced tea. So weak, cause I felt something good in my soul. Goosebumps had me in a hole, and I just wish it was reciprocal. Cause she said, maybe we should go somewhere else. So, where we can talk about the way we get down. No, don't worry about me. I'm gonna find somebody to come and love me. Said I just know, said I just know that he's waiting for me. Said I just know, said I just know that she's waiting for me. Trade out my money to finally find somebody to come and be my sugar honey lemon iced tea. I know it's out there for me. Yeah. Just gotta be patient. That's what I've been told. Got me down on my knees. Gonna keep praying, cause the love's waiting for me. Said I just know, said I just know that he's waiting for me. Said I just know, said I just know that she's waiting for me. Trade out my money to finally find somebody to come and be mine.
Yes, sir. That is Sugar Honey Lemon Iced Tea by Kiara on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Pretty nice jam right there, all right? Next song we're going to get into is by a gentleman by the name of Johnny Britt. The song's called Ocean Waves featuring Blair Bryant. Yeah, we're going to check this joint out right quick on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Yeah, ocean waves. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean waves. Vision Oceans in my mind, crashing through the shores of the ocean, dreaming you are mine, searching for the answers. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean, yes. Ocean, 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 talk to me. I wanna know. Hey, yeah, yeah. Imagine in your face, reflecting in the deep of the ocean, wrapped in your embrace. Even though you're not here, searching for the answers. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean, talk to me. Let me know. Ocean, talk to me. Please. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean, please. Hey, ocean, please. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean, yes. Ocean, talk to me. Crashing through the shores of the ocean. Crashing through the shores in my mind. Vision, vision, vision. Ocean, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Ocean Waves by Johnny Britt featuring Blair Bryant on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Yes, sir. Beautiful jam. Nice jam. Well, you know, speaking of the ocean, we got the Ocean Man back with a new song that's sure to get you moving. You know, they got a new single by man of K-Sean. But first, we got Jose Rivera right here going to give us some talk. What's going on with you, my man? What's up?
How you doing? How you doing? You guys can hear me good? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. Good evening. How you do?
Man, I just got out of a job. It was my last day of work with this organization. You know, they gave me flowers, they gave me cake, they gave me a plant, and they wished me well. A lot of people were upset that I was leaving, and I told them, you know, I'm just going back to school, and you know, I'm gonna get all my credentials right, because even till today, my credentials are still wrong with the state. So even after I paid and all, so those are things that we all got to pay attention to. when we're dealing with government agencies, or if not, just people that are applying for services. If it happens to people that provide the service, like myself, imagine the normal folk that need the real services. So, education is key, and this is all about my education. And they said I didn't have the right credentials, and when you come to find out, I do, but it was already too late. So, everybody wants me back as soon as I'm done with everything, and I think I'm just gonna take a sabbatical. You know, take time off, and you and I already gonna make some things happen in the 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shout out to Big Bro Al Williams. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing some different things, and I want to just thank Al for his support as well as you, brother. I love you guys, and whenever I feel a certain way, you guys always just reassure me and encourage me to keep moving forward. And you know, it's great to preach it, but it's hard to receive it. But when you do receive it from genuine people, I just want to say thank you to you, brothers. And also, we have somebody that's coming on the show in a little bit, and I met him at this fair that we attended on Sunday for the significant other beauty of mine right here.
Hey, what's going on, lady?
How are you?
All right.
Good.
We lost your audio. We lost your audio.
More about what he does, but after your picks of the week are done, this guy does therapy through sound.
Okay.
With the mantras, and he's actually in recovery. And this is great because if things like this, because you and I know the vibrations, it's all about vibrations.
Right.
And the vibrations from the radio, vibrations in the earth, planes, and everything. And the type of therapy he's going to be speaking about actually help for recovery, which is big, and mental health. Okay. So, I'm just going to go and check in right here, right quick. We're going over to Outback,
Enjoy.
No, I'm gonna be on the show, but like we always say, brother, whenever there's a negative situation, pull out the positive. And the positive is I'm gonna be airing on the show with you, which is always my stress relief. But I'm gonna enjoy it with a nice steak.
Sounds like a plan, man. For sure.
Picks go all are done. The great picks. I've been listening. And also I wanted to tell you, you're getting mad love from people that watch the show regarding your picks of the week.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, and they're asking me, how do I get on? And like, DAY.
Yo. Hey, submit it. DAYRF13@gmail.com.
And random at Yahoo. They're like, oh, all right. I was like, listen, go through DAYVON because I'm crazy. I ain't got time. But now I'm gonna have time. But before I was like, I'm crazy. I won't put you on. DAYVON is the one helping.
Sure, you're right.
All right, my brother. So I'll see you in a few after your picks of the week, and we'll go in with our artists once your picks are done. And I love the music, man. I love it. And shout out to Big Al for always starting the show on a great note, midweek to the weekend, so everybody can feel right.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll see you in a few, my brother.
Will do, man. Will do. And we are going to get into this record by my man K. Sean, Can't Live, on X-Tremitiez ENT show on IXS Radio. Let's go.
I don't know, it's kinda hard to admit the opposites attract. I don't wanna argue, You're looking too good for that. Let's agree to disagree and skip the conversation. When it comes to LOVE, that should be the motivation. Yeah. She has $1 million smile. I hate it when she get the talking about. Can't live with it, can't live without. I guess I'm just feeling her style. Yeah. Girl, you came in my life. You came. Now I'm gonna love you till the day that I die. I can't explain it, and I don't know why. I can't get right unless you're here by my side. Come on, let's hit the dance floor. Girl, we about to work this. Ain't that the reason why we came in for? Why do I deserve this? Why you been difficult? You cute, looking pitiful. I don't even know anymore. I'ma keep my mouth closed. Oh, girl, I'm trying to be careful with my words. I'm trying to be careful, girl. But girl, you're getting on my last nerve. Some attention, this I know. You need some attention, this I know. You wanna step, you already know. We can roll. Came in my life. I'm gonna love you till the day that I die. Gonna love you, I can't explain it. I don't know why. Unless you're here by my side. Girl, you're getting on my last nerve. Girl, I'm not trying to sound upset. You need some attention, this I know. You wanna step, you already know. We can roll. Came in my life. Girl, you came in my life, and I'm gonna love you. Love you, can't explain it. I don't know why I try, but I just can't get girl, I love you. I'm loving you. I'm gonna love you. I'm loving you. I'm loving you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was K-Sean with Can't Live on Extremities ENT show on IXS Radio. Shout out to Platinum Delivery for another slew of bangers. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Like we said earlier, if you want to get your music on, hit us up. DAYRF@13gmail.com and RamboBX180@yahoo.com. The last record we're gonna get into on this segment right here is by Avery Wilson from New Haven, Connecticut. Yeah, we're gonna get into this record right here. It's called Kiss the Sky on Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
For a while, we know where it needs to go, so don't try to fight it, no, yeah. Underneath that distant smile, you know that you can't say no.
Wilson on Extremities ENT show, Kiss the Sky. Ah, yes, I was feeling that joint right there. Yeah. So we're going to get into a quick little music segment right quick. We're going to come back with Jose Rivera as my man ordering his food to get ready to get right. We're going to have a guest feature in here today, to discuss a few things. So, give us a couple of minutes. We'll be right back with you, all right, on Extremities ENT show, iAccess Radio. Let's go.
So happy. She is my morning sun, my starry night. And when I'm feeling trouble, her sweet kisses just make it right. Yeah, a miracle that found me, showed me that I could live a better life. Some call it intuition, some call it fate, me and you, until the end of time. I can't help loving you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Heart and soul, I'm into you, thick and thin, no other love will do. No other love would ever do. I can't help loving you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Nothing I wouldn't do. So I'm into you, thick and thin, no other love will do. No one would ever do. Your disposition is so precious, sweet as the taste of a glass of wine. Your body moves are so infectious, girl. When you dance for me, I lose my mind. Yeah, your specialty is family. Oh, anyone can see we were meant to be. Yeah. I can't help loving you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Nothing I wouldn't do. Heart and soul, I'm into you, thick and thin, no other love will do. No other love will ever do. I can't help loving you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Nothing I wouldn't do. Heart and soul, I'm into you, thick and thin, no other love will do. No other love would ever do. We elevate, we celebrate all the happiness that we share in our lives. I'm telling you so, it's wonderful, a natural high. Loving you, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Nothing I wouldn't do. So I'm into you, thick and thin, no other. I said nothing, nothing I wouldn't do. Oh yeah, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Nothing I wouldn't do. So I'm into you, thick and thin, no other. No other love will ever do. No.
Different things that'll go through my thoughts at one time. Randomly blur out one thing, I'm about to lose my mind. Sometimes I think I might be, I wonder a lot. I wonder if he like me. Is my outfit popping? I need to to go shopping. Visa card swiping. Oh, 50 different texts being sent in 10 different directions. My BFF got the T on my man and he need correction. What's up with my connection? Bye-bye. This can't be my life. I can't connect to Wi-Fi. Talking to myself is selfish. I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you. I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me, no, no, no. You're always on my mind. But a day will go by before I reply. Don't know why, but please don't blame my heart. Blame it on my mind. 'Cause I typed your message in, but I didn't hit send. My ain't terrible friend. That's rhetorical. You're adorable. So please don't be alarmed. You notice that I'm all alone. Conversation going on. I promise ain't nothing wrong with me. I was talking to my best, talking to myself. Oh, sometimes there's no one there. I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind it, baby. I said I wasn't talking, oh yeah. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me, no, no, no.
Shining in the sky, I am one in a million, the apple of his eye. If I choose to wear my hair natural, in a curl, pin it up, or wear a fro, what's that to you? Twist it out, roll it up, or wear it long, braid it down, straighten it out with a flattening comb. What's that to you? That's what he wants. I was born to stand out from the crowd. Don't you bother me. I'm just saying and I'm shouting it loud. Free to be me. I was born for this moment. A design set is just for me. I'm strategically planted to fulfill my destiny. If I choose to wear purple, green, or gray, or white when it's not a sunny day, what's that to you? And I choose to drive a fancy car, or an old one I pray will get me far. What's that to you? That's what he wants, what he wants. I was born to stand out from the crowd. Don't you bother me. I'm just saying and I'm shouting it loud. Free to be me. Free to be me.
Yes, sir. Oh, you player.
Welcome back to the greatest internet radio show on the planet to get your feet wet in the right way in the midweek onto the weekend. It's the Extremities ENT podcast. The best DJs of the airways, DAYVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
along with our special guest of the evening. This person here does phenomenal work, and it's all about vibrations, right? It's what makes the world go round. And when we speak about vibrations, we're talking about sounds that come from the universe all the way into the inner core of this planet. And every day, each person beats to their own drum roll. And having said that, it actually manifests itself into people's emotions, way of thinking, reactions, even our heartbeats. And, we tend to forget this thing that we all have called a core, right? And within that core, we have like this spiritual, supernatural strength that manifests itself. Right here, thank you.
Here you go. And just be careful, it is hot. If you need anything, just let us know.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. So, we speak about vibrations and contrast, right? And in order for you to be in tune with yourself and conduct self-care, you gotta dig deep into that part of yourself. It's like the Shaolin monks. You know how the Shaolin monks meditate and they reach this enlightenment level.
Right.
Speak a little bit more about that and the practice of sound therapy. Just gonna ask that our great friend Quinn come on and speak more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, DAYVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
for our friend and guest of the evening,
Quinn.
Stone.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on with you guy? How you doing, man?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling, enjoying life.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So Jose and I met at an event that it was an event based around things that normal, typical people, I would say, don't usually go to. There are people selling crystals. There are people doing Reiki, and a lot of people are like a little foreign to this idea. They're like, oh, that's just like, hippie talk and all this stuff. And yeah, it is kind of hippie talk because, we are in tune with nature. We're in tune with the trees and Mother Earth, Gaia. And, the earth itself puts out a resonant frequency. Everything has and the vibration of the earth is a healing frequency. And actually, when cats purr, they sit on your chest and they purr, they're actually trying to heal you because they're purring at a healing frequency. It's crazy. And I had gone through 18 years of coke and heroin addiction. Before I did a bunch of psychedelics and found my inner child and healed the part of me that was like obsessing over this escape. And during this, reinventing of myself, I discovered vibrations and sound healing. Actually, it started with believing in a higher power. And once I believed in that higher power, I was like, okay, well, there's an intelligent design to everything around us. Right. And I started to look into the Bible and stuff. And what really amazed me is the very first words of the Bible are, in the beginning, there was a word, and that word was of God. And that right there blew my mind because I was like, wait, before there was anything, there was a word. What is a word? It's a vibration. It's a sound. And like it was spoken into existence, So it's like all of this stuff is just a reverberation of the creator. Like that's what we are, is we're just a vibration of what what source originally created. And I was like, okay, so if the very first thing in existence was God, right? It says it in the Bible. It was of God and it was God. Then there's got to be healing. There's a vibration of creation. And so I started looking into chakras. I started looking into chi. I started looking into sound healing, and I started seeing these videos where Tibetan monks were using chants and different things like that to reach a higher level of enlightenment. And I started looking at how we hear all these conspiracy theories around the pineal gland being calcified by fluoride and things in our water and our food and stuff, and the pineal gland is where our imagination comes from. It's where our creativity comes from. And so I was like, okay, how do I decalcify so that I can become more creative and more enlightened? Because I had done drugs for so long. It's like if anything's messed up, it's my pineal gland and my body. My whole body was messed up. So how is my pineal gland unaffected? So I was like, it's got to be calcified. I did so much stupid stuff that I had to, I was like, how do I decalcify it? Right. And I found sound healing. Okay. I found sound healing, and I found plant medicines and things like that. And that has really kept me on my path of sobriety, the just encompassing that as a whole, believing in a higher power, also believing in, that our higher power has given us like plant medicines to heal, just like, our ancestors, and has also given us vibrations, and healing through that. So it's really been an impactful thing in my life.
How would you say like the crystals and stuff? How does that work? How does that work as far as the frequencies and vibrations that you speak of? The methods that you was talking about, that you were just explaining, sir.
Sure, that's a great question. So I'm not exactly a specialist, but this is basically, this is my understanding of it. Crystals do hold energy. Everything holds energy. I hold energy, you hold energy, the plants, this desk, everything holds a certain amount of energy. The thing about crystals is that they're able to hold an energy frequency. They're able to hold a certain energy frequency, and it's measurable. You can hook it up to like a voltometer or something, and you can actually measure how much energy this crystal gives off compared to that one. Now, besides that, there's also a level of us like having an effect on it. You can think of it as the placebo effect, basically. If I think that something's going to help me, it's going to help me. If I think that by wearing this chain, I'm going to feel better about myself, I'm going to feel better about myself. It's that energy. And basically everything has a frequency. Right. Thoughts have frequency. The crystals have a frequency. And when you're able to align yourself on that same frequency, then you're able to, be able to attract those things on the same frequency. And if you tie a good emotion to a rock or a cross or, whatever, a nice watch, whatever it is that you want, you tie a good emotion to that piece, then every time you look at that piece, you're like, oh, this is good, and this is making me feel good. We can do it with anything, but rocks are just cool because they're amazing to look at. It's insane because it comes from Mother Earth, under extreme pressures and things like that. The different colors, they're just really amazing, like things to have. If you're going to have anything, might as well have something that's from the earth. That's why gold is really, gold has a really high frequency. That's why the Egyptians really loved, really valued gold, and they knew the power of it. They capped the pyramids with it. And they even say that, those were like giant generators of emitting high frequencies.
Okay. So Quinn, I heard you say about rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it appropriate to ask, the deeper you get closer to the core of our own planet, right? And dealing with the universe and how we're all specks of stardust, correct? As you and I were speaking about.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the sound therapy, as you had stated, it helped you with the recovery process, right?
Definitely.
And what would you recommend for those individuals what type of frequency would be appropriate for people in mental health?
Well, just like, how you might be, you wake up someday, you listen to some music and it reminds you of a friend that passed away or something, and you get sad. Or you might hear a song and it reminds you of a good time, you get happy. You can tell from the way that the song is being played. Now, there is a theory that, basically all music today is tuned to 440 hertz. But that only happened since the 1940s, I think. Before that, music was tuned to 432, which is the resonant frequency. I believe it's a harmonic frequency. 432 is a harmonic frequency. 440 is a disease frequency. It's not on rhythm like it's supposed to be, and it's actually gets people agitated. And we were talking a little bit about 5G. 5G is a frequency, and you're able to disperse people. The military was able to disperse people by playing 5G in a direction of a crowd to break up a crowd, like a riot. So there's different healing frequencies. 432 is a good one. If you just look up on YouTube, like healing frequencies, that there's all sorts of them, and they all have different frequency, like different numbers, because different emotions, different ideas operate on a different frequency. So you might want to feel joy, or you might want to feel pride, or you might want to feel content, or you might want to feel whatever. Every single one has a different frequency. There's healing frequencies that allow you to dream more, or there's ones, everything operates on a frequency. And a frequency is just how fast something is vibrating, and everything to this table, the microphone, whether it looks still or not, everything is vibrating, because it's all molecules at the very base level of it,
So Dayvon and I are a big R&B, jazz, live band type of individuals, right?
Yeah.
Whereas other people enjoy the bass from a large speaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we all know the benefits and risk factors of loud noise to our hearing, right? Which type of music, since you stated about emotions, and like I said, Devon and I, we like R&B, jazz, the smooth stuff. But when you're driving, right? Shout out to Bordy, who's been checking in, and Josh that's been checking in. They checking out the interview with our brother here, Quinn Stone. Be sure to follow Quinn Stone on IG and Facebook. He is big. He has a large following. and we're gonna get more into how you can connect with him later. But Quinn, so when people drive, right? Is
Mhm.
it accurate that when they would listen to something like Metallica, death metal versus hip hop or R&B, is it accurate to say the mood change and your mental state is altered?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's it's obvious to me, and I'm not really a musician necessarily. I do my sound healing, but I don't have to like necessarily play notes or like read music or anything like that. But it is obvious to me, I think, uh, that some music will make you feel like not happy, and some will make you feel happier. Now, I think that it could be that way with different genres of music. It could be on the spectrum in any genre of music. There might be some hip hop, like there's actually a song from Bone Thugs that I had to stop listening to because the chorus was just murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. And although I love Bone Thugs and I love all of their music, I was like, that's just one song I won't listen to because of that. You know what I mean? But there's also music that, like Doja Cat, I'm not listening to any of her stuff anymore because of how she treats her fans and how freaking, she's really portraying, whether or not it's real or not, but she's portraying that she's like, with the Illuminati and demonic possessions and all this stuff. And I just don't vibe with that stuff, but I love but that song that she put out is dope. You know what I mean? That freaking, it sounds so good. And every time I hear like 5 seconds of it, I'm like, gosh dang it, it's so catchy. Why does she gotta be so freaking loud like that? It's just weird. But I think it's like that with many genres. There's older songs by, like you said, by Metallica and like Ozzy Osbourne and stuff that I'm just like, I can't listen to this stuff. So I think it's also, like I said, the placebo effect too. What we tie an emotion to. Sometimes I can listen to some System of a Down, some chop suey or something, and like, even though it's like da 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 da, it's just like it gets me hype. Whereas some people will be like, oh, I can't listen to that, it's too much going on, and that might aggravate some people.
If you believe there's spirits in the music, then they'll understand, that as you understand why. So yeah.
What's your take? What's your take on that? You think that people are like, we hear all the time like people are selling their souls. Do you think that there's any like weight to that? What do you think that is?
Well, they with most rumors there have to be a base behind, especially when it speaks. You know what I'm saying, concurrently. Me personally, I don't know. Never been around it. Don't know anybody who's been affiliated, so I can't speak on it. But I do understand what you're saying about frequency through the music, because yes, certain music can play, to certain emotions. Like for me, when I'm upset, I usually play calm, mellow music to kind of like calm me down. I could play the rowdy stuff when I'm kind of happy and go lucky, but I think, like, what I'm saying, when I'm feeling a certain way, I think the rowdy and the nasty kind of like fuels it a little more, so to speak. So you kind of like to do the opposite, turn it kind of like tone it down a little bit. So yeah, I'm a strong believer that there are spirits in the music. So
Yeah,
Just to
definitely.
piggyback off of what you and Dave are speaking about, while you guys were saying that, it took me back to high school football.
Mm.
We would throw on some Red Man, Method Man, then throw on some DMX, and it would elevate. And like, all right, we're going cool, and then we're getting a little harder, and then once we will reach "Welcome to the Jungle," it was over. We were ready to go on the field and kill each other.
I mean, it was the same when I was working in marketing. That was like, some of the things that they would actually do. They would put on techno house music, like that very hard charge pumping music. What it would do is like to amp you up and pump you up to get you going for the day, to go out there and go shoot for the stars, go shoot for the moon type stuff. So say that so yeah, we do utilize music for various things, and it does affect you, various emotions. Like some music make you kind of sexual. You may make you feel like
Yeah.
you're in
Some
the mood.
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or what I'm saying? Some music make you want to go fight and want to kill something. So yeah, there's a lot of frequencies in sound, and what you fester into your frequency, your system, so to speak. So, yeah.
And shout out to everybody tuned in right now in Middletown, New York, from Mitch's Barbershop, Bordy, and everybody at the shop right now.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Buddy! My man.
So do you think that how the Native Americans used to chant, I remember hearing, they would chant for like rain. They would have like rain dances and stuff. Do you think that that's possible to like be able to?
Yes. Africans as well, the Native Americans. Yes. Yes.
How do you think that's just so crazy to think about, man? It's wild. Why did we get so far away from that?
Because if depending on how in tune you are spiritually, you can actually feel the spirit through the congas, through the beat of the drum. You know what I'm saying? It actually flows through you. Depending on where your frequency level is, as you were saying earlier, and your spiritual level, you can actually feel and actually talk to the spirits, to talk to the gods through. Instrumentation.
You raise a great point. You raise a great point, DAYVON. You just reminded me of being a child, going to church.
Right.
Now, know what church is, right? The temple for us to, release our stress, so to say, and speak to the higher power, right? But we tend to forget that a lot of the churches have instruments so that, people could release the Holy Spirit, right? And tune with, the deep inner self.
Right.
And with the hopes of one day, just like the monks, reaching a certain point of enlightenment,
right?
Because we all have different points of enlightenment. What is for me may be different from someone else, but the same difference is like, what Quinn is talking about, the vibrations to uplift us and take us.
I think it also means to intent, because as God says, "Come to me pure of heart." What your intent is when you're chanting and when you're speaking into the universe, into the atmosphere, and how it filters back to you. You know what I'm saying? I think all of that has a lot to do with it. Where your mind is and your spirit, and what your intent is when you speak out towards.
Absolutely. And another interesting observation is you're talking about church. In a lot of older churches, they would have the big stained glass windows that would have different patterns on it, kind of like this, in the windows. And these are actually basically, if you take a speaker and you turn it upside down, or you put it so that the magnet is on the table, and you put a piece of glass on top of the speaker, and you put sand on it or rice or whatever, and you play a frequency, it'll make these different designs, and every frequency has a different design, and it's all symmetrical, it's all freaking. And so you see these big designs in churches that are these giant symbols of frequency. Wow. They're like they're showing it to us. In the old churches and stuff, they were using frequencies. They all the big organs and stuff, that's what they do. They put out those low home, you might have heard that the Om is a natural healing frequency, and that's what the Tibetan monks, they'll meditate to that frequency.
As for, actually, we're here for like you were saying, we're healing purposes. I forgot what there's something that's released up in that area when you do humming that kind of like what the hell? Nitric oxide, I think it is something.
Dimethyltryptamine.
I'm not sure, but I know by humming and like you release a whole lot of it into up in your nasal and your brain wave in your brain cavity as well. I forgot what the hell it was called, so but yeah. That I heard that's very good, very effective.
Yeah,
The vagus nerve, Davon. It's the vagus nerve. It soothes the vagus nerve.
The vagus nerve. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I had to ask for alley-oop here. Because I knew exactly what you were saying. I couldn't name it. But
right.
Quinn, now,
I
just want to go back around to something that's very important that we all take. And it's something that people don't understand when they go to stadiums.
Shout out to Sanchez, Marion Sanchez. Sorry about that, my guy, but go ahead.
Truly, shout out to the big lady herself, Miss Sanchez, doing it for the Boogie Down Bronx. All right. When you go to a stadium, watch a football game, you go to the Garden or the Barclays Center, watch a basketball game, or you go to a baseball field. Right? And it's interesting that you have mentioned about the mood, right? And what enrages people and what relaxes people. So what I love is that when there's like a college game, no one really, really appreciates that out of all the sports and professional sports, college doubles in numbers. Hence, why are people always getting beat up? Why are people always going through what they go through? And can you speak a little bit to that?
I don't go to a whole lot of sporting events. I'm not sure. I was basically a career criminal, from the age of 15. So I didn't really go to a whole lot of sporting events. But one interesting thing though is how in the Bible, Jesus, who was it that they told to walk around the city walls, and for like 7 days they walked around.
Yes.
And then the walls fell.
Joshua.
Like that's to Joshua.
Joshua. Yes.
Yeah. And the city walls fell, and I don't know if you remember, there was a big red bridge. I think it was in San Francisco that like just started like flip flopping, and then it crumbled into pieces. And then if you've heard of Nikola Tesla, I'm sure, he was able to bring down a whole building by matching the vibration, the resonant frequency of the building, and cause like an earthquake. So like we can make these things. We have the power to do like crazy stuff with vibrations, from emotions to like straight up bringing down buildings. Definitely.
I'm gonna give you one more, levitation, but that's for another story though.
Yeah. The Tibetan monks. I was telling Jose about that. I was like, I watched a thing where these Tibetan monks were using big old horns and they were lifting rocks.
So let me ask you both guys. I'm gonna throw the question over to Davon, and then Quinn, whatever your input is, and offer his response to my question. Please capitalize on it because I know you're gonna knock this one out. So, what is the benefit of sound and being alive? Davon?
sound and being alive. Ooh.
Because remember,
I'm gonna defer. That's a good question. I'm gonna defer that one. Yeah.
sorry, this is a two-part question. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because deaf people, they cannot hear, but they can feel.
Mm-hmm.
What is your feedback on that, gentlemen?
What exactly do you mean? Like, what can you elaborate on what you mean by the benefit?
So, you know how okay, can you come here for a second? Right, and she's taking care of us. She's like,
Hello.
I was a person, and she was asking me for my order. Instead of hearing her, I feel her pulse and still be able to get the message across.
Okay.
Are you asking, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely feel somebody's presence next to you without
Yeah, for sure.
Barely hearing them. Yeah.
You get that feeling that somebody's watching you sometimes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is Janae, gentlemen.
How you doing,
Nice
Janae?
to meet you, Janae.
Nice to meet you.
I can't hear you, but
I missed that.
So the reason why I'm asking is because you know how a deaf person can hear, but somehow, some way, they are able to feel the music.
Well, see, that's because of the other senses. Because from what I'm understanding, when you lose one sense, you kind of like gain like it heightens the other senses, so to speak. It sharpens the other senses. You know what I'm saying? It's just like those who like I hear blind men, they hear a lot better. You know what I'm saying? You know, when if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah. I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
yeah, just like they used to track people. You know, they used to like get down on the ground and listen to the earth to be able to like track people through the vibration of the earth, and they could do it from miles and miles away. I definitely think that, you know, if you pay attention to something, if you focus on something, anything, you'll be good at it, you know, and you'll excel at it. And I think people who like focus on being trackers and listening to vibrations are people who don't have sight, so they need to rely more on their hearing, are more aware of sounds than we are, who have the ability to, you know, process information through sight and pick up that information instead of having to rely solely on hearing. But yeah, I mean, even, you know, people who are deaf can still feel vibrations, and I think that is amazing. And a really interesting thing that I discovered, you know, that old paradox that says, you know, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, the answer is no, because when that tree falls, it doesn't make a sound. Sound is actually produced through our eardrums, and we receive vibrations. Our eardrums interpret that into sound. So like if there's nobody to hear a tree fall, it won't make a sound. It'll make a vibration, but an eardrum has to be there to hear it.
Right.
Just exactly what I was, you know, because that's what I was going to go into next. And perfect. It wasn't just the fact of a deaf person, it was everything, because we're all connected. Like before, you feel it, you don't hear it, right? And you know, like lightning, we take that for granted. You know, when a lightning happens, we don't hear the sound. But later we go 1,002.
Is it just me, or are you breaking up?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear him well? Because I'm.
He's breaking up.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking about how thunder after lightning.
That's better.
You know, we could see lightning and then thunder will come up like and those are just things that fascinate me. Like, even a gunshot sound. We don't actually hear the pop. We hear like seconds after.
That and like Miss Sanchez wrote, they that can't hear feel the vibrations on the floor and can dance. So yeah.
So Quinn, any closing statements? And please let us know how everyone could reach you. But before that, speak about the sound vibration that you do with your beats.
Oh yeah.
So I have crystal sound bowls. They're used to do sound baths, and what those do is they're all tuned to 432, and each one of them is a different note that corresponds with the chakras in our bodies. When our chakras are not properly aligned, or we're operating from a certain chakra, we tend to be more in that particular emotion. So like the root chakra is a very low level basic emotion where we often operate out of self-fulfilling motives, sexual desires, things like that. And the more that you climb up the chakras, the more you reach enlightenment, which is the crown chakra, which is God frequency of happiness, love, joy. And so the sound baths that I do are to help you get rid of trauma, get rid of things that no longer serve us. Maybe it's like emotions over somebody that we've lost, or a job that we got fired from or quit, or whatever it is. Helps us to release those things, and that helps us realign ourselves so that we can be more properly aligned. And that's another story. But if you ever want to talk about the pineal gland and the pituitary gland and the milk and the honey and all that stuff, that's a whole other wormhole. But yeah, so I do the sound healing. It's all with crystals, so it's from the earth. I love instruments from the earth. I love acoustic guitars and big old drums made out of moose skin and wood and things like that. I really love those things. They have really great frequencies, and wooden flutes and things. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I also make a lot of content around addiction recovery, around psychology, and I'm an advocate of plant medicines because I have mental health conditions that I'm supposed to be on pharmaceutical medications, but I didn't want to go that route, so I went the alternative route, and that's helped me stay sober, along with having a strong support system and believing in a higher power and things like that. So I talk about all this stuff on my Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and it's quinstone.fb for Facebook, quinstone.ig for Instagram, quinstone.tt for TikTok, and quinstone for YouTube.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next time you will be seeing Quinstone will be in studio, and hopefully he'll be able to bring some of his material so you can see live worldwide while he's DJing and he's playing, so we can all feel the pleasant, positive vibrations. I know DAYVON Franklin and I are big on vibrations. As you hear us every week, we talk about positive vibes only. So, I just want to thank you for coming on the show, and I look forward to seeing you in person at the station soon, and so we can work more on how we can provide more information for people that are struggling with the disease of addiction as well as mental health. Thank you so much for being on the show, and
thanks very much for having me.
Let everyone know one more time how they can reach you if they want to see you on social media.
It's quinstone.fb, quinstone.tt, quinstone.ig, and Quinn Stone for YouTube.
All right, Davon Franklin. Any final words from Mr. Stone?
Appreciate you coming on and letting us in on some of this knowledge, man. So
thank you so much for having me, Davon. I appreciate the opportunity so much. And thank you so much as well, Jose. This has been great. Love the conversations like this.
Yes, sir.
Expanding, enlightening.
Yes, sir.
Helping each other.
Through, man. For real.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. So, as you know, each and every week, you can come by and watch us Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show. We are live on 365, Roku TV, Apple TV, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, my God. If you have the capability of see us on TV or the cell phone, just type in iAccess Radio. You know why? There is no limit to what we could do. If I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted of life. Davon?
Hey, live, love life. Take care of each other, people. Blessings.
Just what they glad to hear. Lil' mama, she did, but she classy. That's why we swag the ball. She nice and she thick with a fatty. Lil' mama a freak, too nasty. I like that cause she classy. I gotta get them balls, cause this little think she nasty. I got that supernova, call it supernova. I got that super soda. Bustin' them bells on me with that mink on me. Yeah, I got that super, they know that. I get them bells like my bro, baby. I'm taking pictures, banana like Kodak. Ooh. She is my number one woman. She is my trap queen, baby mama. I told her, hold up, time to run up on some other fake the phone. They cannot make the ball, really on some sucker. They ain't bout this money like me, I'm too icy. But bet I'm pimpin' up in this white tee. And bet every bad she in the club gon' like me.